Um, I'm not sure you guys can hear me or not because yesterday when I had meeting with my friend, let me just check my microphone really quick. Yeah, you have to make sure that you actually okay. There's no sound incoming. Let me just turn on the music so you guys. Hey, can you guys hear me? Okay, I thought you guys cannot hear me, so I was worried about that. Okay, at least now it's working normally. So if you look at my mouse machine right now, I have Zeus, RS, and Hades. And just for your information, I actually add a new disk here. This one is 191 gigabyte, which is I think 3 or 4 disks. So mainly I'm trying to prepare this machine for for the OpenStack. So you have to see that we have SDB in RS, we have SDB in Zeus. So they have different volume size, by the way, which is normal, I think. And we don't have any SDB here, so that's what I will fix this guy later. But if I go to this guy, which is this guy, by the way, we can go to physical disk. Okay, I have to log in again first. Okay, so what I will do now is give you guys a look at my physical disks. So I actually have another disk here, 2 of them. I don't know, just one of them. So yeah, I will think that this should be the disk I will use for, yeah, I will use this disk for something, for SDB P2. So, but because right now it's running Juju, and which is not a good thing. What I really want to do is actually use create KVM here and then install Juju in this KVM in MAAS controller. But when I add the new KVM, it just show no architecture, and when I try to add this, it show no storage at all. So I think I might need to update this guy somehow, So yeah, so that is something we need to do. Let me just search for this guy online really quick. By the way, yesterday I have a heavy squat and now I don't feel hungry at all. If you give me a bar of sneaker, I would eat that because it's a little bit tastier than all the food. Otherwise, if there are no tasty food, I will not just eat anything. Because if I eat rice or something like that, casual, I will feel a bit tired, and I just don't feel right. For me, I don't want to eat any rice or fried chicken or chips. I used to like those kind of food, but then I just realized that I'm not the person who actually enjoy that kind of food. Later on, if you try to if I try to eat those kind of food, I will just feel really bad about myself because it's become a habit of me to really avoid unhealthy food. Okay, so right now I'm trying to have a architecture or something like that, but this is being closed already, and yeah, I'm trying to create a KVM. It just say that there's no there's no architecture here. Okay, this is very weird because you cannot just select any architecture here. I'm not sure how the guys use MAAS in LXD. So this guy actually have a live stream just like me, and
might be easier for us to figure it out. Okay.
Okay, he also has something more complex than mine, which is the IPv6. So this guy, okay, let me just go through. Okay, this guy actually initiated the MAAS around this part, and then he actually, okay, let me turn on caption. Okay, I don't have any LC in network. This guy has a bridge network, which is very interesting. I'm not sure how you guys that can do that. I know this part. This is just simply they trying to add something here, and then okay, that's normal chain, that's fine. And okay, somehow this guy has the LC network list here. I cannot understand why this guy can do that. And right after he created the admin and import the key, that just worked for him. Okay, let me go back for a few seconds. Try to see how does this guy generate the key first. So he just generated key and then copy that into the public key of this guy. Okay, he actually added this another key in GitHub earlier, which is interesting. Let me just go back from the root first. Okay, he created MAAS using LC. That's really interesting, I'm not sure if I can do the same. To 20.04, and this is for Juju, obviously. We'll see how it's worked. Oh, he actually using something else. He actually using image semicolon given to. I didn't know that. Okay, so image given to, and then slash 2004, and then slash cloud. Yeah, so that's good things, good deal. By the way, I didn't know this command. I will just copy it down, and then we'll see how it works for us. So he will execute into the Juju so I will just do exactly the same thing as he has. Okay, it's really simple like that. So he just install MAAS in that guy, and then he launch install right there. Okay, and now I can just run LC list. Is that inside? Okay, is it outside? Okay, I can try to log into another terminal here, and then okay. So we can just run this LC list. Okay, that's interesting. Now my question is that can I ping to this guy? from my machine. Okay, it's inside ETH0. So I'm not sure if I can ping that guy from my main machine or not, because you know I was curious if this is in the same network as mine. Yeah, I can. So that's strange. I'm gonna ping it from. Yeah, you know, I can just initiate the Juju here. But my question that do I require to have Juju Cloud to do things, you know? Yeah. Let me just refresh this page one more time. So there's no LC here. I think we have to go here and so LC doesn't matter much, I think. There's no virtual machine here. I think yesterday I used a different command line. Yesterday I actually used LXD and oh, if I shut down, I will lose the whole thing. Okay, that makes sense for me. Okay, so actually you require LXD to be here. So let me just run this whole thing again for you guys to actually okay, now if I run KVM again, right, and yes, no, error, no, 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 yes, 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 no. That's strange. I mean, I never thought that is that. Well, let me just ask you in it again. Yes, yes, yes. No, okay, yes, yes, and then yes again. Okay, this is the strange. Okay, I have SDB here. Let me just remove that and install that LSD again, and we will install the whole thing again. And the question that if I install Juju inside an LXC, right? LXC is different with LXD, by the way. We will be able to actually discover the MAAS controller. Because if I install Juju in that machine, then it not be able to discover the whole thing in MAAS. It will be really sad. Okay, there's a guy asked me the same asked us the same question here. We will go back to this guy later because I'm trying to focus on the real problem, which is trying to run both of them in the same things. let's just continue with this guy because the final things we want to have is we have the virtual machine running, right? Which is this one, by the way. This guy able to do this, so I'm quite surprised that he can do it here. This is a virtual machine, by the way, so I really want to do the same thing. That is the point. So let me just so this guy is running everything in his desktop, so his environment is a bit different from mine, but the point is that I'm trying to say is that we can, okay, so let's just skip this part for now because we don't really care about the we don't care about creating the MAAS controller inside. Okay. So this guy has two fabric, 10.116 and 10.56.61. Really interesting, by the way. And he has something called the MAAS subnet, which is running in a different network, by the way. I think what he's trying to do is, okay, this is just IPv6. He's trying to create another set of subnet just for his VM. So his fabric one, his fabric 0 is actually his subnet inside his router, right? Yeah, it's the DSP is disabled right there. You can see that. So we try to add another bridge network here in MAAS controller. This is really interesting, by the way. I never thought that we could do this way. You run both MAAS and he actually enable the he actually enable the DSP inside this new subnet, right? And reserve range, I think. Okay, he's trying to add the IPv6 here as well. This is a smart guy. He know what he do, so I really admire him. So now he double check the network here. We have the fabric 0. We have the alias as well. I think alias is IPv6 thing, and this is the IP address provided by the router. And the ETH1 is actually the virtual LAN, I think, the switch that he just created. And this is provided by MAAS. I mean, the MAAS will do the DSP things. This definitely makes sense to me in most cases. So he actually able to put up another another MAAS controller on this machine, which is really interesting, by the way. I never thought that I can do that here. So we try to init the VM01 and empty what the hell is this? He's trying to create a VM. profile, create mask, add mask, root text, pull default. Okay, what the hell is this? Okay, so he actually create profile and add a okay. Okay, so this is a network interface. Okay, understand. Okay, so he just asks update his profile, and then he can show default and then sub profile, and then what he does is actually edit them. Okay, what he does just do. Okay, he adding the size. Okay, and he edit the mask, try to boot priority something. Okay, I don't know that. Okay, this is like something that I never thought I understand this. And they just launch the VM and then create the VM0, and all of a sudden you can check the console. Okay, yes, actually command line to open the console, which is huge, by the way, which is huge. I never thought he can do this one. And now in the MAAS controller, he actually be able to initiate the machine. So he do everything using a command line, by the way. And now he create another virtual machine, which is VM2, and then he just loop through it, create another 3 and 4 and 5. Okay, and he do all commissioning here using PSC boot, and he actually save this whole thing. What did he do? So this profile is what to do with this profile. Okay, he just delete that profile again. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. Okay, he set the password, something like that. So we have the bridge network. So this has two network, right? So we have the physical network used by no one, and then he has the LXD network, which is a bridge network, and then we have the IPv6, and then now we just configure the whole thing. So this is virtual machine. This is exactly what I wanted to have, you know. So this guy is amazing. So he disabled the test script. I think there's a good reason to do that, probably. And then he commissioning the whole thing, and then what did he do again? He trying to set profile, set mask. Okay, this is mask profile, right? And then set limit CPU to something like fast view, and then memory to 8 gig, and then he commission again. Okay, that's interesting. So he can what did this guy will do? Okay, he just do nothing, and then he's commissioning the whole thing now, which I really interested on how he do this. Okay, this is in real time, right? He edited the memory and the CPU in real time, I think. So it's still one core for most machines, so he just doing the renaming, and what is IP address is that? So I don't know this. So we just choose LXD virtual system and power to the power to the controller, which is this guy, I think. Okay, so you can actually commissioning the whole thing here, which is really interesting to me, by the way. Commissioning just works just fine. So around this time, he just trying to initiate the whole thing and booting with some human tool stuff with that machine. So he do everything. So this part is like the ending part already. I don't really focus on this ending part anymore because it's just not really necessary to go through all this. So now he just do the check for his VM. Yeah, so basically he actually most of his virtual machine he actually using a second network range, which I honestly think that is quite a good idea, by the way. But the only thing I'm not sure is that can I actually communicate with this IP addresses? You know, that's the point, right? Because if I actually create another network IP range with my router, actually understand that. Um, that's something I afraid. So so okay, this guy. Let me just starting from creating the mask, and then let's just forget about this one for now. My focus is about creating a next another network here because I just curious about that. That this is fine. We can just skip through this part with no reason to stopping. So if you use using this one, you can see that see network list. Yeah, you have to edit this guy. Yes, yes, no. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 no, no, yeah. So you can run EF config here. It will be ENL 0. So this only guy has IP addresses because the rest is just not there. Would like stale cache image and yeah. This is the whole thing, right? Let me just save it here, by the way. So this is the first guy. So if you initiate this one, you can see that list. So there's nothing here for sure because I actually use the physical one. So no QM here for sure. I can try to create a MAAS bridge. And create network. So this one I just try to network set pre-also IPv4 TCP fails. Okay. So this guy is actually So this guy we have ETS 0. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Anh đang làm giờ làm rồi. Có gì tầm lát nữa gọi nha, anh đang stream video nha. Okay. My sister. Okay. Anyways. I'm a weird guy, I know. Okay, let's continue on this one. So I'm trying to create blend of demo. My supervisor is up now, so let's try to make this work really quick. So I'm trying to testing this in my home server, see if this can be applicable for my work or not, because I will do the same thing for my company if this works locally, at least in my machine first. Because the only thing I'm worried is that if I damage the company servers, I will need to bother the IT guys again. I will need to ask him to go to the data center to reboot the machine or do anything, set up everything again for me, and it just take a lot of time for him. So I really don't want to do that. I just want to take care of my own business more. So I think that is a good manner there. And I actually really enjoy discover this kind of things. It's not really DevOps, but it's more like, I think it's partially DevOps works. It's more like IT guys work here, but we are doing the right thing, right? Okay, what is he doing, by the way? Did he just switch to another screen to verify something, right? So that is when you actually, okay, I understand why he tried to create another network within MAAS, right? And then what he basically do is, when he actually creates this LXD out this device, at this bridge network here, he will have an IP addresses. I will do the same thing, just to make sure I'm not going too far away from reality. So let me just create the instance here real quick. I think this one is being cached. Oh, no, it's not. Let's just, can you, okay, so he actually used a bridge network IP address here, which is really interesting. So basically, this net plan is using the address or something like that. So I'm trying to take a good note here so I won't mess up later on. So I have the UU here, and if you run LC list, you can probably see that there's an IP address here, and you can try to add another device here. Did I just miss something? Oh, I just fuck up, man. I definitely just fuck up. Let me try to fix this. Oh my god, how can I? Delete this one. Okay, so I can just run LC delete to just launch this guy again. Okay, now I can just LC list again. So now let me try to not making the same mistake again. You know, trying to now what I need to do is actually execute to this guy. Okay, and do the same thing as this guy do. Let's just execute it to the MAAS, and then I can update this guy, you know, trying to nano this guy. Let's install Neptune, by the way. So Neptunes and Nano, that's it. And now I can just go to this net plane, you know, try to update it. So we have this same guy here. The only difference is you know, I need to have this same thing here. Let me just check. Okay, we don't have that IP address. I'm not sure how that guy. Okay, I need to LC network list first, and then I will have I think I will have another IP addresses here, which is pretty neat, by the way. So okay, I will need to copy the whole thing. Address. What is there anything else I need to do? And then he just run netpay apply, which is definitely makes sense to me. So let me just try to paste this here. You know what? Let me just copy the whole thing here and paste it here. That will be a lot simpler. And then we can just run netplane apply. Just like that guy do, you know, we don't really want to invent the wheel here. And then after that, we actually can check the IF config here, and then it will receive a new IP addresses. And if I run LC list again, obviously run it outside. Yeah, and then you can see that there's, okay, this is just amazing. So if I go to subnet or something like that, but the point is that you can give just ping that guy. Oh, wait a minute. Can we just ping this guy from here? So now he actually moved on a bit more. Now he actually set the limit, right? Set limit. I just make it a full distance here. Set mass to, and then limit memory equal to 4 GB. Okay. So we actually update this network interface to it is some subnet, right? You try to update the subnet here. I understand the idea. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. That's not a problem though. Okay, this is not MAAS, it's Juju. Okay, that's good enough. So my next step is cutting my nail. This morning I didn't dry my head very well, and now I'm getting some headache. So if I go to MAAS controller again, now you can try to go to deploy something like that or subnet, and then you can just click on this subnet and you can edit this guy gateway IP. But to really edit this subnet, I want to using MAAS CLI instead. So in this MAAS, I think there's a way to do that. Yeah, I can just update the subnet, by the way. But I need to log in. I think I need to log in first. Okay, just log in and then you probably know what to do next, right? Just read the subnet and then and then you can just update that gateway IP and do something that you think is makes sense. So let's just subnet read here, and then you can update the subnet. Okay, I think this is the right subnet you want to update here. So that's the name, by the way, and you can change it to .1. So I can just update this using CLI. I think that's easier than the most important thing about CLI, yeah, IAC is that it document things for you, so you don't need to remember it visually. So now I can just go here and check for the IP addresses here, because you have the network list. Yeah, so that's it. So this is the same thing, right? Yeah, we can do the same thing for the older guy. Now I can check this guy as well. So it should be this guy. Now I can just refresh my Juju subnet here. Yeah, they both updated already. This one thing I'm not sure if I use the same spy for both fabric. We would just work. Now I use VLAN and then adding the spy here. So for the spy, I think I need to add a spy here. Maybe just default spy. Add a spy here, and then what I can do here is just go to the VLAN and edit that spy. So with this guy, we have some spy here. That this guy doesn't care about. They do not care about the spy or not. If we actually care about the subnet, for example, this guy subnet, he's from this default spy, and if I go to here and edit this spy right away, yeah. So if I actually ping this guy, right, for my local machine, let me just make sure I copy it really away first. Okay. Sometimes command copy is just not work the way you expect it to be. Okay, it's just timeout. Yeah, so this guy is the only accessible within or outside. You cannot just ping it easily. Yeah, I thought I can do that, but no, let me just continue. What did that guy do? Subnet. Okay, so this guy actually checked that things inside this VLAN here. And if I go to this guy and configure DHCP, okay, see, okay, so this is just the reserve IP, and they actually add another reserve range, reserve dynamic range. Okay, that's interesting. And then he can just copy this whole thing in. But how did he do that? One 254. Okay. Oh, okay. So basically, he just do something like 191 and 254, right? You get the idea now, yeah. Wait a minute. I can't do the same thing as it does. He just give up with his wise idea there. Now he actually checking for the MAAS. We land again. I'm not sure about the alias thing, you know. What the hell is that? Uh, maybe if I check it in as well. Okay. Now we actually create a VM. I want to pause this so I can get some food, but I will go with you guys to the end of this video to see if it actually work for us, and then I will get some food later. I feel a bit hungry. I will eat some beef and egg. Beef is not that tasty to be honest. It's very dry because I left it in the fridge for since yesterday. I'm not sure it's still editable. I will. Okay, so I'm almost the 4th day now. So it's still edible, so that's fine. Lucky me. I really want to order some food from outside, But you know what? Let's just focus on this shit first. So I will just create a profile. To order through that, I think. Profile create. Do you? You know what? Let me just turn this guy over here. $20 buy. Okay. And now he can actually launch. Okay, he's still need to update the boot profile. Device ETS 0 boot. I think he will explain about that, but we can look up on Google later, you know. Sorry guys, please give me 1 minute. I need to order some food. I'm really tired and hungry right now. I'm supposed to be in the diet, you know, but normally I would just eat a protein bar in the morning because it gives me less of craving. Yesterday I eat noodle and I think it tastes okay, but now I'm more craving for some kind of fast food more. I know it's not good for health, but you can just think it like a way to eat a cheat meal for sure. The protein content is so low, that's why I don't like McDonald's or Burger King because the calories is so high, but the protein ratio is so low. It cannot keep you full for a long time, and it's the car the calories the carbohydrate the carbs the sugar, the salts, and the fat combined together make you craving for more. So I don't really want to eat fast foods right now. It's just killing me. I would eat it in the weekend. By the way, I would go to the market to eat the weekend. I'm not eat pizza because pizza has a lot of calories. By the way, it has a lot of cheese, and cheese just make you fat. So I'm trying to lowering my body fat right now. So I like to eat McDonald's for sure. I like to eat buy on that burgers or on that chicken, but if I do that, I will ruin my workouts. So I will force myself to eat clean now. So much tasty food. Mm, I really want to eat these things, but I'm just afraid of getting fat. Yeah, I'm just don't want to get fat. That's the point. To get thin, to get to the fitness goal, you need to be really really consistent. One of my most difficulty is the diet. Um, your food you eat every day will not be easy to chew. Thinking about all the clean food that bland. I mean, it's not that bland, but if you eat every day, it will be get a bored. You get bored, right? So that's why I think all the food out there is so diverse. Vietnamese has a lot of food, tasty food. I mean, we have American food here as well, the fast food chain, the McDonald's and Burger King and KFC. Those are just really tasty. By the way, we have Japanese food as well. But the point is, Korean food, a lot of Korean food. I mean, the point is that eating out is so tasty for sure, but it's just not good for your health. The calorie is too high, and you don't have the necessary protein you need, you know, and it just make you crave for more food. So I really think I will need to cook some egg later and eat some chicken. Like I will need to cook some food to surprise my taste bud, my craving right now. I'm really craving right now, by the way. I really want to eat some food. But we'll see. Let's just wait for a few more minutes. Let's just finish this one. So in this case, I will just launch new VM and then make it empty. Get the profile of MAAS. So okay, so we have profile MAAS. So if I do the same thing, right? Let's just see how it's work. Okay, this one is fine. It doesn't matter. So we have the profile list here, and then you show the default profile, and then you will have the. Okay, that's fine. And now you show Juju. It's empty for now. You can try to add this into Moneyway. I will just state this around, and you see there's a bridge network here. So what it does is it will create an ETS O, and then the network will be bridge. Okay, I think it's a bit different from what I see. Okay. They don't have a root, by the way. I think you need to do it manually. So what I do it, I will just create another LXD profile. So this profile will consist of the config. Okay, I will just copy the same things that I see here. It has a description, it has a type of nick, and they also have the root, by the way. Did I missing the root part or something? Because earlier I was seeing that, so okay, I forgot to add these root things. So I really need to add that. Let me just go back to this document really quick. I see profile, device, add, usual, root disk pool, put default. Path equal to slash. name equal to I'm tired of eating air for sure. Eating air for too long, I just feel tired. Age profile. Okay, just add this guy here. So you do. Yeah. So now that is the point is that we want it to look like. Okay. So let me just go here real quick. Size will be 20 GB. Makes sense for me. Boot priority 10. Okay, so I need to tip to you and do the same thing. Boot with 10. Keep. Okay, let's do it. Fuck. I think OSDB is being used here, so pull go. Let me just edit this profile real quick. You know what? Let's just edit this whole thing again because we want to make sure we starting fresh, right? Yeah, same thing. That's good enough. So what we need here is boot priority equal to 10, and then the size of this guy will be why I cannot set this. Okay, you know what, he just show us a way to make the game a bit easier for all of us. Okay, so now not sure. Guide, add guide to create. Oh yeah. So we want to use a different way of provisionings. So I think that's this take forever, I think. It's take forever for commissioning, so I think we can try to stop this one from running. So I think I need to run this guy again. I mean, you cannot just pick this guy from here, right? We have a bridge network here. So as long as I don't have the bridge network, I will never be able to ping this guy for my any of my machine, because well, this guy is actually his interface here. This time out for sure, no doubt about that. It's taking forever, so I think there's another command line to actually set up the profile. Yeah, I think what I can do is just try to limit here. I will drop my computer my stream now because I want to focus on my works. I think it's a bit late for me now. So probably we will talk with you guys in next video. I will have I will make some progress meanwhile, and probably we make an update to you guys later. So at least we are able to make some machine running up, but it's just stuck and get powering on at the moment. So my main goal is that I can install UU inside this VM instead of using this, deployed machine, right? Because later on we want to deploy OpenStack on physical machines, instead of using the virtual machine like this. So that's all my focus about. Yeah. Alo.
Alo,
Vâng.
em chào anh, mình là anh Thảo Quý đang nghe máy phải không anh?
Đúng rồi. Đấy nhỉ.
Em là Thảo Quý, gửi cho anh từ website tuyển dụng CV. Anh Quý đợt này có kế hoạch tuyển dụng gì mới không anh ha?
Không, mình không có nhu cầu gì nhá. Mình đang đi làm, đang có việc nhá. Thank you. I will just block all this guy. I will go now, guys. This one is stuck forever. I'm trying to keep it some time, but it's just stuck in there. I'm thinking I need to provide more of this. You know what? Let me just clean the whole thing up. I think it should be what is that, the machine or something, or this. Yeah, I think it will be just fine. Can just release all of them, you know. Oh, just release it.